practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 8 new providers at Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers and University Healthcare physicians. Dr. Munib Malik, nephrology. Neonatal nurse practitioner Antonia Montag. Dr. Janice McMillan, endocrinology. Nurse practitioner Kimberly Applegate, infectious disease. Nurse practitioner Saba Ademe, hospitalist. Certified nurse midwife Brianna Lilly. Physician's assistant Skylar Sade, family medicine. Dr. Kelly Ash, family medicine OB. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
It's time for the excitement of NCAA Division II basketball featuring the Shepherd University Rams and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Today's game is sponsored by Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mountaineer Pub, the Neon Moon Tavern, Orsini's Home Store, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center. Now, let's send it out to the Butcher Athletic Center on the campus of Shepherd University and join our TV10 broadcast crew for the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Butcher Center for Shepherd University men's basketball action as the Shepherd University Rams play host to the East Stroudsburg University Warriors. Shepherd entering the game with a record of 8-7, while East Stroudsburg is 14-1 and 8-1 in conference play. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Dylan Bishop, our cameraman tonight. Our John Alderton, Spencer Dupuis, and Gerald Wright. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin and Dylan. This is the number 14th ranked team in the coaches poll in East Stroudsburg, and also a team that is number 3 in the nation in points per game. So it's a high-powered offense and a very tough challenge for the Shepherd men's team.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle here tonight. East Stroudsburg is consistently one of the best men's basketball teams in the PSAC, and they have shown that this year. Again, number 14, as you mentioned, in all of the nation, second in the PSAC overall, first in the PSAC East, sitting at 8-1 in conference play, 14-1 overall. It has been an incredibly impressive year for them so far, and we're going to see that one loss that they have this season was a 1-point loss on the road to Seton Hill. A Seton Hill team currently sitting at 9-6 overall, only 3-5 in the PSAC. But we're going to see against this high-powered offense for East Stroudsburg what Shepherd can do, because they do have themselves, the Rams, the 4th best defense in points per game in the PSAC. It's been the strength of their team so far this year. They get their scoring from their big 3 guys, from McLean Corley, Preston, and Jordan. But that defense has been the strength, and we'll see how it matches up with this Warriors offense.
Yeah, Dylan, I mean, you mentioned the one loss there, and I was going to point to that as something that gives Rams fans hope here tonight, that Shepherd could pull off a similar upset, because Seton Hill, a very middle-of-the-pack team, sitting at 3-5 in conference play and 9-6 overall. So Shepherd and them are similar record-wise, 8-7 overall, or the Rams 5-4 in conference. So while that game may have just been a fluke, might have just been, an off night for East Stroudsburg, might have had some guys injured, whatever the case may have been, it still gives you a little bit of hope that Shepherd could contend tonight. But you do look at East Stroudsburg, and they're a very impressive team. A lot of scoring obviously stands out when you average 96 points per game, but they're also a team that has beaten some of the top teams in the PSAC, like a Cal PA, Slippery Rock. Bluesburg usually has a solid program, so they've gotten their quality wins, and they haven't faced a team like IUP yet, who's currently the number one team in the nation, but this is certainly a formidable East Stroudsburg squad, and it starts with Carlos Pippin.
Yeah, he's sitting at 19.4 points a game, second in the PSAC in points, also putting up 10 rebounds a game, so averaging a double-double. And then you got Lakeem McAley there at 17 points a game, just under 16.9, sixth in the PSAC in scoring. Two of the top 6 scorers in the conference are on this East Stroudsburg team. So that's part of the reason they have 2 other guys also that average about 11 points a game. So, obviously they haven't played IUP yet so far this year, but looking at the schedule here, they went at Shippensburg and won 108-78. A really good Shippensburg team, usually every year. Right now they're sitting at 7-2 in the PSAC, only a game behind East Stroudsburg. So for them to have lost by 30 at home to this Warriors team, I think that says a lot about East Stroudsburg.
It definitely does. This is certainly one of the best teams Shepherd's going to play this season, and probably the best team they're going to play in conference, because I don't believe they play IUP in the regular season schedule. So unless they were to meet with IUP in the conference tournament, then this will be the toughest team Shepherd plays this season in conference. West Liberty ranked higher. They're, I believe, 7th in the coaches poll currently, and the Rams did fall to them earlier this season. And Virginia Union was a ranked team at the time when Shepherd lost a close one there. We are going to take our first 2-minute break here on the Sunset Water Services Countdown to Tip-Off. Sunset Water Services proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. When we come back, we will continue to take a look at this matchup. This is Shepherd University men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 2 minutes.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Back to the Butcher Center here on the pregame show. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Dylan, let's get into your keys to the game, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company. The key to your next car is at the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer Dupuis rides with them, so you should too. And Dylan, what are your keys? We'll start with East Stroudsburg and then move over to Shepherd.
I think if you're East Stroudsburg, you try to take away the three-pointer for Shepherd. There's not a whole lot of guys on the Shepherd team that are lights out from three-point range, but you do have guys like Daniel McLean-Corley, John Preston, and Philip Jordan, along with Carson Poffenberger, who can all knock down shots here and there from the three-point range. But if you can take that away and really make Shepherd have to get inside on you, then you make it a lot easier for yourself. One way to pull off an upset is to hit a lot of three-pointers, and if East Stroudsburg can close in on that, then I think that's their key for winning this game that they surely expect to win. On the Shepherd side of things, they need to make sure they keep their fundamentals on defense. If they're going to play zone defense like they like to do a lot of times, you got to stay disciplined in their zones. You're going to get a lot of rotations around to try to mess you up, but you got to stay contained. And then also, you got to make sure that the offense isn't just running through Daniel McLean-Corley and that you're getting some movement, get guys open looks. A lot of times, this offense can default to ISO ball with Dan, and that's when it starts to get out of whack. And they need to make sure they can get open shots for John Preston and Philip Jordan and Poffenberger and Aiden Hewley and the likes.
Yeah, I tend to agree with a lot of those things. And, I mean, when you watch this East Stroudsburg team warm up, you can just tell this is a well-oiled machine. This is a really good basketball team. They got guys jumping out the gym, throwing the ball off the backboard. You don't see that kind of athleticism from multiple players on too many Division II teams. So, I mean, clearly a team with a lot of talent on their roster. And then let's get into some players to look out for, brought to you by Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're 224 West King Street in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. Dylan, start with East Stroudsburg. Who's your player to look out for them, and then a player to look out for Shepherd here tonight?
I think you got to go with Carlos Pepin for East Stroudsburg. Again, second in the PSAC in points at 19.4 a game, and he gives you a double-double, averaging 10.3 rebounds as well. And on Shepherd's side of things, I'm going to go with Philip Jordan. I think PJ is a big cog in this machine. Only averaging 3 assists a game, just about. But they need that kind of ball-handling facilitator to make sure that things aren't just running through McLean-Corley. And he can make his shots as well. When he gets to the line, he shoots a very high percentage of 81%. And he can get a lot of attempts. He's shot 58 free throws so far this year. So if he can get to the line, get some points, move that ball around, get it out of the hands of McLean-Corley, I think they can have success tonight.
I like those points, Dylan. So let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's contest. This is Shepherd University men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Center, Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Dylan, the East Stroudsburg team comes into the Butcher Center with just one loss on the season. Shepherd sitting at 8-7. Certainly a big challenge here for the Rams tonight, and it's a great opportunity to pull off a huge upset.
Right, there's a lot of things that have to go into pulling off an upset like this. You got to keep yourself out of foul trouble. You got to try to get yourself to the free throw line, get the other team into foul trouble. Try to sit down some of those key players and make three-pointers. Get yourself those big baskets. Play good defense. Stay fired up the entire way. And if you do all of that, you put yourself in a pretty good position to pull off a game that most would say should be a loss.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a tough matchup for Shepherd, but the Rams have been known to play close games this year. You would feel better about it if Shepherd was a little bit closer against Mercyhurst last game, but it kind of is what it is for Shepherd. We'll start with the starting lineups now, and we'll give you East Stroudsburg starters, brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Starting for East Stroudsburg, number 0, Mike Ramos. Starting at forward, number 2, Lakeem McCallie. Starting at guard, number 1, Carlos Pepin. Starting at guard, number 15, Jalen McGlone. And rounding out the lineup, number 30, Justin Paz. And then for your Shepherd University Rams, starting at guard, number 4, Daniel McLean Corley. Starting at the other guard, number 2, John Preston. Also starting for Shepherd, number 1, Philip Jordan, along with number 32, Aiden Hughley, and rounding out the lineup, number 33, Carson Poffenberger. So let's go ahead and take a minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have tip-off. This is Shepherd University Rams men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back to the Butchers Center. Our opening tip-off brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Hughley loses the tip. It was won by the Warriors. Justin Paz has it now over to Pepin. Pepin finds McGlone. Now back up top to Ramos. Over to Paz. Ramos on the right wing, down low, working it into the post. McCauley can't finish down low, and Shepherd gets control of the basketball. Rams coming out in the gold uniforms tonight, Dylan. The alternates.
Yeah, you don't always see that. I like the look of them. They're coming out full court press, is East Stroudsburg.
There's Daniel McLean Corley with it for Shepherd. So Shepherd has a chance to take the first lead of the ball game. McLean Corley drives in over to Hughley. Now back to McLean Corley. Shepherd moving the basketball, but only 7 on the shot clock. 5 seconds now. Jordan drives in, pulls up, jumper on the way is short. No good. Our first shot of the game brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-5131. On the other end, a three-pointer is good from Paz to make it 3-0 East Stroudsburg. Nearly a turnover.
Let them open.
It was really tough defense for East Stroudsburg on that first Shepherd possession. Good screen there. Hughley pulls up for 3 on the pick and pop. It's in and out, no good. Good rebound underneath by Pepin.
He can hit those. He's been shooting 36% from 3 so far this season.
Definitely has improved as a shooter for the Rams. East Stroudsburg working it around the perimeter right now. Pepin has it in the corner. Good feed down low and great positioning. Kind of a mismatch underneath with McAuley down low. Or I'm sorry. That was number 15, McGlone. And he lays it up and in. 5-0. East Stroudsburg leading. But they asked John Preston to play big in a lot of matchups, Dylan. I mean, it's not a huge height team for Shepherd.
Yeah, we'll see. Wow, is it?
McLean Corley banks it in from downtown to get Shepherd on the board at 5-3.
They're gonna need a lot of points tonight from him.
Hakeem McAuley down low, a 6'6", 235-pound redshirt sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He draws the foul. Paz has it now to inbound. Gets it into Ramos. Guarded closely by McLean Corley. Now down low. McAuley goes up and he draws the foul and he'll shoot 2.
And it looks like he's going to be bullying his way into the paint all night long. 6'6", 235 is Lakeem McAuley. And I'm not sure anyone other than Aiden Hughley really has that muscle to bang down low with him.
McAuley shoots the left-handed free throw up and good to make it 6-3. And that's when you miss guys like Kyle Daggett, who would establish themselves down low. Shepherd doesn't really have that true post guy that gets a ton of minutes. McAuley's second free throw is up and good, so it's 7-3. East Stroudsburg. Preston bringing it across for the Rams, down low to Hughley.
It's a good press break.
Now Philip Jordan has the basketball, top of the key. Jordan trying to go to work. Maybe a little bit too much isolation. Swings it out to Hewley. He now finds Preston. Preston comes off the screen, has it taken away. Fast break opportunity for McAlooley, and he splits the defense with the Euro step. The big man can do it in two different ways.
He's the size of a tight end out there on the court, and he's running in the open field. Hard to bring down, hard to get in front of. Tough to stop that momentum.
You don't see a Euro step from a guy built like that too often, but
right.
You see the ball handling and the skill set.
Right. It would take about an extra added 50 pounds for him to match up to the size of Zion Williamson, but you can see the similarities.
Philip Jordan with the basketball. Jordan off the Hewley screen. Good pick and roll. Hewley can't finish the layup. Fights for it, and now rebounded by East Stroudsburg. Paz bringing it across the court. He goes behind the back. Finds his teammate, McGlone, and McGlone lost control of it. Turnover, East Stroudsburg. So Shepherd trails 9-3. 16-17 to go in this first half between the Rams and the Warriors. Substitution on for East Stroudsburg. Shamir Johnson's going to check in. Paz will check out. Jordan with the left hand. Finds Preston. Preston again nearly turns it over. Poffenberger has a wide open look. Finds Preston underneath and then is poked away by the Warriors and heads out of bounds. We got the under 16 media timeout with our score East Stroudsburg 9, Shepherd 3. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Center. Our score, East Stroudsburg 9, Shepherd 3. It's been a slow start for the Rams, Dylan.
Yeah, you can tell why East Stroudsburg, just coming out early on, is 14-1. They've been playing tough defense and coming down, and it's the athleticism of the Warriors has been a lot to handle, and the strength, especially from Lakeem McAlooley. He's just been out in the open court, hard to stop the momentum of, like a runaway freight train, and then banging down low, getting positioning, and getting easy points or getting fouled to go to the free throw line.
So it's Shepherd basketball out of the timeout, out of the media timeout, I should say. The Rams have it underneath on their side of the floor. McLean Corley will inbound for Shepherd. He gets it into Hewley, and it was hit from behind by McAlooley. He's been all over the court, but the ball will stay with Shepherd. Poffenberger inbounds it to Hewley. Now back up top to Philip Jordan. Jordan pulls up a tough double-team jumper on the way, is no good. And ball goes out of bounds. It looked like McAlooley had hit it, but according to the officials, it is off the Rams. Will be Warrior basketball.
Didn't have a good eyesight, eye view of it, but that's the call.
Von Lee now with the basketball over to Millsip. Pick and roll, attempt down low, pass too far there from Johnson. Heads out of bounds, and Shepherd takes back over.
I think McAlilly was complaining about the hand placement, maybe a grab from Aiden Hewley, but no call there.
So Preston will inbound it for the Rams. This full court press here for East Stroudsburg, and a hold call going against East Stroudsburg.
Yeah, that's a good call. Grabbing him as he was coming out, trying to get that out of the inbounds.
Johnson picks up his first and the team first for East Stroudsburg. Rams getting in here cleanly with Phillip Jordan. Jordan crosses midcourt. 9-3. East Stroudsburg leads Shepherd with 15 minutes to go in the first half. Poffenberger hands it off to Jordan. Jordan drives baseline. Good pass to the corner. McLean Corley's open triple is nothing but net. And Shepherd cuts the lead down to 3 at 9-6.
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And they say they need to go away from the ISO ball and get the less pressure on McLean Corley.
Answer on the other end from Johnson after an excellent screen open up him on that play for East Stroudsburg. Jordan ahead, nearly turns it over, finds the hands of Poffenberger. Preston catches at the elbow. Preston will now pull up for three. Hits off the side of the rim. Hewley's there to grab the offensive rebound, though, and lay it back up and in with the left hand.
What I mean when I say that, as they push the ball up the court.
Quick three on the other end from David Duda.
You can have the ball not in the hands of McLean Corley, and he can still end up with points. Just scoring off the ball like we just saw there. Phillip Jordan coming off the screen, driving in the lane, and finding McLean Corley spotted up in the corner. Get him open that way instead of making him do all the work himself.
15-8. East Stroudsburg leading Shepherd. 14:08 to go in this first half. Preston will inbound it for the Rams. Gets it into Robinson. Now back to McLean Corley. Shepherd doing a good job so far breaking the press. Find Poffenberger here. McLean Corley now into the lane. Layup is no good. Rebounded underneath by Zach Sable. Johnson over to Duda. Another three from the lefty is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by McLean Corley. McLean Corley, nice move. Finds Preston wide open for three. Good! John Preston knocks down the triple. It's 15-11 our score. 13:24 to go in the first half.
They're going to need a lot of that tonight. Preston is the X factor of this team. I say it on a lot of broadcasts, but the team goes as John Preston goes.
Stephon Marcel grabbing the rebound after the missed three from Johnson. McLean Corley over to Poffenberger. Another three from the Rams. No good, but Marcel grabs the offensive board. The freshman going to work in the paint. He draws a foul. That will go against Sable.
I gotta say, Stephon Marcel has been really impressive. He's only averaging about 3 rebounds a game, but I feel like it feels like about double that. He gets a lot of great timely rebounds, if nothing else.
He plays pretty good defense as well. Good hustle guy to have for a young player.
Absolutely.
We're going to see him develop into something really solid for Shepherd.
And you got to see that coming off the bench when you really only play 2 guys for a 7-man rotation.
Marcel with it. Dribble handoff from McLean Corley. He pulls up on the tough contested free throw line jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by McGlone, who will try a three. In and out, Marcel grabs another rebound. Well, he's already up to 2, Dylan, so maybe when we're in attendance, he averages more than 3 rebounds.
There you go, maybe.
Jordan down low to Hewley. Hewley being physical, can't finish, and a foul called. Working against the Rams. East Stroudsburg will keep the possession.
All
First one there on Marcel.
Pretty good performance so far. Only down by 4 points. Keeping up I like what I see so far.
Paz to the rack, no good on his shot. Good rebound underneath by Pepin, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Haven't seen too much from Carlos Pepin, the 6'7" forward early on, but he is obviously a capable scorer, coming in averaging over 19 points per contest. So
right, we'll see. It took a while for the star of the women's team for East Stroudsburg, Ryan Weiss, to get going. So it might looks like you could see the same thing, as this is his first free throw of the night.
Pepin shot no good. And last time, Dylan, we were here for that Lockhaven game, Shepherd held Lockhaven's best player in check the entire game. So certainly capable of locking down on the defensive end. The Rams only give up about 66 points per contest.
0 for 2 from the line.
Robinson grabs the rebound, finds Jordan. Now back to Robinson. And surprised that wasn't a backcourt. I guess it got tipped. But from my angle, it didn't appear to be. Jordan with the basketball off the Hewley screen. Jordan over to Poffenberger. Three-pointer on the way. Swish. Carson Poffenberger hits another three for the Rams. It's a one-point game. East Stroudsburg on top 15-14. 11:44 to go in this first half. Been a while since our stoppage of play to get to another media timeout here as Robinson takes it away from the Rams. Robinson in transition. Poffenberger head fake, pull up long, two on the way, and they called him for a travel.
Yeah, he took 2 steps before he took that dribble after the pump fake.
That will lead us to the under 12 media timeout. Our score, East Stroudsburg 15, Shepherd 14. Good one here. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University Rams men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back at 30.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 8 new providers at Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Munib Malik, Nephrology. Neonatal Nurse Practitioner Antonia Montag. Dr. Janice McMillan, Endocrinology. Nurse Practitioner Kimberly Applegate, Infectious Disease. Nurse Practitioner Saba Ademe, Hospitalist. Certified Nurse Midwife Brianna Lilly. Physician's Assistant Skylar Sade, Family Medicine. Dr. Kelly Ash, Family Medicine OB. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
As we welcome you back to the Butcher Center, Shepherd trails East Stroudsburg 15-14 with 11:25 to go in this first half. Our first 10 minutes of the first half are presented to you on TV 10 by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880, along with CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop here this evening. John Allerton along with Spencer Dupuis and Gerald Wright, our cameramen, and back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin and Dylan Shepherd starting to hit from downtown to make this a one-point game.
As I said before the game, one of the keys to a big upset like this is knocking down a lot of three-pointers, getting a high percentage. So far, so good.
East Stroudsburg with the basketball. Pepin working down low. Good defense by Hewley. He'll secure the rebound for the Rams. Philip Jordan brings it across. Jordan gets the screen from Hewley. Step back three on the way. Too strong. And a foul called on the Rams. I think they're going to get Poffenberger there.
Yeah, I think he came in and tried to get that rebound.
They called Healy on it. So Poffenberger, based on his reaction, it looked like it was on him, but they called it on Aiden Hewley.
And they blew the whistle around the time that he was jumping at the ball, hitting it as it was coming down.
So 15-14, East Stroudsburg bringing it across with Paz. McAlilly with the basketball. Now back to McAlilly, pull up three from the corner. And he's off to a great start for Lakeem McAlilly. Makes it 18-14 East Stroudsburg. Robinson with the give and go with Preston. Preston down low to Poffenberger, head fake, and layup up and good. Shepherd breaks the press and gets a fast break opportunity. Cuts it down to a two-point game at 18-16.
They've been a really good team at breaking the press all year long when it's come their way.
Three-pointer from Pepin is too strong. But McAlilly, just a man amongst boys down low, and grabs the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's your PSAC leader in field goal percentage at almost 63%.
A great pass and a dunk on the other end for McGlone. East Stroudsburg has extended its lead out to 6 at 22-16, under 10 minutes to play. Jordan draws the foul on McGlone. That's what this East Stroudsburg team can do. You know, they force turnovers, get out and run, a team that averages 96 points per game, the third highest scoring offense in Division II. So far, Shepherd's done a pretty good job, with them only being at 22 points with just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. So the pickup for offensively as of late, I suppose, for East Stroudsburg. And another foul called. This one, though, going against the Warriors.
And that's fourth foul of the half on the Warriors. Both teams starting to get towards foul shots.
22-16 our score. Shepherd trails East Stroudsburg. McLean Corley inbounding to Hewley. Hewley hands it off to McLean Corley. And a stoppage from the officials. I don't believe the shot clock ever started.
I don't think it did, no.
So we'll have to reset things here. And they'll take about 4 seconds off both the game and shot clock, as it appears neither did start. So 9:42 to play, 16 on the shot clock for the Rams here in this first half, down by 6 at 22-16. Poffenberger gets it into McLean Corley, who receives a double team. Now just Ramos guarding him. McLean Corley drives into the lane, kicks it out. Preston head fake. He'll pull up a long two. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
That was a good job by him to kind of lean into, or kind of lean backwards almost. Kind of let the defender run into him so he could draw those free throws.
Yeah, excellent job by Preston. Not an easy thing to do, but was able to cause the contact and cause the foul as well. So Preston to the line. And he is able to connect on the first. Looks like for a second it was going to rim out. On the year, Preston shooting 90% from the charity stripe. He's 28 of 31 heading into this game, now 29 of 32.
Can't ask for much more than that.
Preston's second one is up and good as well. So 18-22. East Stroudsburg on top, and tough shot on the way. Preston grabs the rebound. So Shepherd gets a quick stop. They're down by 4. McLean Corley off the Hewley screen. Over to Jordan. Down low to Hewley. Going to work. In the post. Spin move. Good layup up and in.
Got his feet tied up with Pepin there, or McAlilly on the way back.
That's a tough matchup for Hewley, but he established himself and finished. Now Shepherd turns it over in the back court. Both teams all over the floor.
They back-to-back turnovers in just a couple seconds by each team.
So after the foul, it will be East Stroudsburg basketball. The 6th on the Rams. That is the 2nd on Carson Poffenberger. That will lead to Stefan Marcel checking in for Poffenberger. 22-20. East Stroudsburg on top. 8:56 to go in the first half. Paz to inbound. Gets it in. Pull up. Jumper on the way from Duda is no good. From Devon Lee. Jordan now drives into the lane. His shot is off the side of the rim. No good. Fast break. Down low to Lee. Layup no good. McAlilly fighting for it. He'll go up strong. A jump ball is called. And that will be Shepherd possession.
Great defense there by Hewley.
Yeah, not foul in that situation especially. and get the ball, which led to the jump ball called. Preston inbounds, gets it into McLean Corley. Back over to Jordan. As guarding McLean Corley tightly. Over to Phillip Jordan. Shepherd hanging around at 22-20 with the third highest scoring offense in the nation and the number 14th ranked East Stroudsburg Warriors. A drive from Phillip Jordan, a foul called before the shot. Goes on Duda, his first. Both teams sitting at 16 fouls. Marcel will inbound.
Good. No matter what, we'll see free throws for either team on the next foul.
Unless it is a player control foul, of course, still.
So there you
Not
go.
no matter what necessarily, but pretty much.
Well, fair enough. You got me there.
McLean Corley off the screen. Hewley head fakes, drives in with the left hand, goes up strong. He finishes the shot and the foul. Aiden Hewley is having himself a night and ties this game at 22. He'll go to the line to try to give Shepherd the lead with just over 8 minutes to play in the first half.
That's huge for this Rams team when the top two players on East Stroudsburg are those big men, Pepin and McAlilly at 6'7" and 6'6".
Hewley finishes the three-point play opportunity, gives Shepherd its first lead of the night at 23-22. Pepin, step in three is an air ball.
And McAlilly.
And the Ram fans that have shown up tonight, right behind that Shepherd bench, getting into it. Shepherd has the lead. We got the media timeout. Our score, Shepherd 23, East Stroudsburg 22, and we will take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back here to the Butcher Center. Shepherd leads East Stroudsburg 23-22. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Dylan, the Rams have really come to play, holding East Stroudsburg to 22 points for really the last 2 minutes, it seems like. They've been on 22 for a while, and Shepherd has come back to take its first lead of the night.
Oh, we talked about before the game, and we've talked about it really all season. This is a very good defensive team in Shepherd, and this is their biggest offensive test of the season, and it's going to be their toughest of the season. And they've come to measure up so far.
McLean Corley has it off the inbound as the Rams have possession after the Pepin air ball. McLean Corley working against Lee. McLean Corley pulls up, elbow jumper extended, good for Daniel McLean Corley. And Shepherd now leads by 3 at 25-22, 7:25 to go in the first half. Duda now with the basketball. Great defense from Preston. He'll find Johnson. Second unit out there for East Stroudsburg. Millsap back over to Duda. Now back to Millsap. Finds a wide open Duda who steps in on a long two, and it's no good. It's off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Phillip Jordan. Jordan going to work. Pick and roll with Hewley. Finds Preston. Good ball fake. Now down low to Hewley. Shepherd has some issues with it. 13 on the shot clock. Preston pulls the trigger and knocks down the triple. It's 28-22 Rams with 6:43 to go in the first half.
Fantastic shooting the ball right now from 3 and from long 2. They can keep this up all night. We may have a very interesting game on our hands.
Here's a 3 from Lee, and that's good to answer the Rams triple with one of their own. Cuts the lead back down to 3. Over to Hewley. Hewley will slow things down. Shepherd has possession, 6:15 to go in the first half, up by 3 at 28-25. McLean Corley off the Hewley screen. Swings it to Aiden Hewley. Hands it off to McLean Corley into the corner. Phillip Jordan 3 to join the party. It's no good, but a great rebound by Marcel. Back over to Preston. Preston a long 3 on the way, and he buried it! The senior John Preston with another triple, and the Rams up by 6.
John Preston can lead this team to a massive upset if he keeps this up.
Millsip throws it over to Duda. Johnson to answer again from 3, and he does.
Well, you can't be led to a huge upset if you're going to give up open threes like that to the best scoring team in the PSAC, the third best in the country.
Especially when you're getting threes and then you're just leaving wide open ones that don't make them as significant. Marcel now with the basketball. Back to Phillip Jordan. 20 on the shot clock for the Rams, who lead at 31-28. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Jordan off the Hewley's screen. Pick and roll. Now he'll slow things back down, pull it out, and reset the offense. They'll try the screen again. Jordan attacks the rack. His shot rejected down low by Millsip. He'll find Lee in the corner. Johnson down low again. That shot blocked by Marcel on Pepin.
Wow. Great defense. Oh. It would have been a tough pass, but Marcel, he really wanted that one down low.
Jordan now into the lane. Marcel tries a 3. Stephon Marcel joins the three-point barrage with one of his own, and Shepherd leads at 34-28. 4:15 to go. Pull up 3 on the other end. Again, an answer from Pepin this time.
Wow. This is a heavyweight fight right now.
Yeah, the two teams trading blows with the threes. 34-31, Shepherd on top. Under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, Pepin and McAlilly do not take a lot of threes this year. McAlilly takes less than 1 a game, and Pepin takes less than 2. And they've been putting up a lot of them.
Preston to the rack. Down low, Marcel finishes the layup and gets fouled. He'll go the line. Stephon Marcel, the freshman, continues to step up and play well for Shepherd. We got the other under 4 media timeout. The Rams lead 36-31. We'll take a 30-second break. Welcome you back to the Butcher Center. We have a awesome game so far. Shepherd leading 36-31 with 3:40 to go in the first half. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, and Dylan. Heading into this one, we weren't certain how Shepherd would perform, especially with the Mercyhurst loss. But that was on the road, and the Rams are playing comfortable here at home against the number 14 team in the coaches' poll, the East Stroudsburg Warriors.
It's been some pretty incredible shot making so far by Shepherd from three-point range, especially. It's been John Preston. It's been Stephon Marcel, Poffenberger. It's been an all-around great game so far. Aiden Hewley is scoring well down low in the post. The leading scorer on this team, Daniel McLean Corley, at almost 16 points a game, has really not been a key part of this so far. It's been a lot of everyone else, which is exactly what this team needed to get to that next level.
You're going to pull off an upset like this.
Exactly.
If you're going to match a team like East Stroudsburg, you're going to need good scoring from everybody. Marcel can't finish the and one attempt. And quickly, East Stroudsburg goes back the other way. Millsip over to Pepin, three-pointer. Excuse me, that was McAlilly. His shot no good. Rebounded, though, by the Rams. McLean Corley off the Poffenberger screen. McLean Corley pulls up for 3. Too strong off the back of the rim. Rebounded by McAlilly. Transition offense for East Stroudsburg. McAlilly attacks the paint, kicks it out. Lee's three on the way is too strong. Good rebound underneath by Phillip Jordan. Jordan comes off of Poffenberger's screen. They'll go to work in the paint. Jordan drives in. Good pass out to Marcel, but tough to handle. He kept it alive, though.
Good save.
Playing Corley now to the rack. Kicks it out. Poffenberger three on the way. Short. Rebounded, though, again by Stefan Marcel.
He's everywhere. What a game for the freshman.
15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 2:26 to go on the game clock. Shepherd leading by 5. McLean Corley three in the face of a defender, and Daniel McLean Corley has it. Gets it to fall. 39-31.
This is an incredible half for the Rams. I mean, really, they're taking tough shots and they're making all of them.
They can't play much better than this. Ramos over to Millsip, and Millsip called for the travel. The big question, Dylan, will be, how does Shepherd, one, finish out these final 2 minutes of the half, and two, can they keep this up for an entire game?
You got to look at the shot making. These type of shots that they're making are hard to have fall for an entire game, and then you have to look at it. This is only a 7-man rotation. These guys are playing a lot of minutes. East Stroudsburg has a much deeper bench that they go into. Will they be able to keep it going all the way into the late second half?
Playing Corley, guarded by Ramos, off the Hewley screen. Now Poffenberger up top, now Robinson. Robinson over to Phillip Jordan. 12 on the shot clock. McLean Corley pulls up again with a defender in his space, and again he knocks it down.
Whew, boy. DC is hot. Everyone else on the team already was.
Shepherd up 11 with 1:28 to go in the first half.
Boy, they kind of needed a stop and play for East Stroudsburg to collect themselves. To slow things down, cool off Shepherd. They are just nailing everything.
McAlilly to the line. With his team trailing by 11 at 42-31, 1:28 to go in the half. Free throw up and good on the 1-and-1 for McAlilly, and he nails the first.
Shepherd's left East Stroudsburg open for a good bit of three-pointers, and they've been making them, but this team doesn't really make their bones from the three-point line. Pepin and McAlilly, again, take less than 3 combined three-pointers per game. That's attempts, not even makes. They shoot over 60% from the field, but it's mostly from 2-point range in the paint.
9-point game. Shepherd leading 42-33 after McAlilly knocked down both free throws. Surprisingly, McLean Corley goes to the bench. Jordan,
a little bit of rest where you can.
Off the Hewley screen. Back up top, Poffenberger. Robinson finds it. Robinson. Over to John Preston. Preston, 2 on the shot clock. Tough three-pointer on the way! Somebody check the Rams' temperature because they can't miss from downtown.
This has been unreal right now.
Fast break opportunity for the Rams. Over to Hewley with the two-handed jam! And Shepherd leads by 14 at 47-33. Back the other way. Pepin gets the layup. It's a 12-point game.
This has been the half of a century for the Rams. Oh, way to keep your dribble.
Over to Jordan. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 1-and-1. Shepherd up 47-35 with 24 seconds to go in the first half.
We do have a raucous student section over there behind the Rams bench that we don't usually have. And a lot of times you get a lot of students behind this backboard that we're currently shooting at.
And you have the women's team down there, of course, supporting the men's team. Shepherd up by 12 at 47-35. Jordan for the 1-and-1 free throw. He makes the first. He'll get another. I mean, Shepherd might put up 50 and a half, Dylan.
Yeah, you would think, based on this half, that Shepherd is the one averaging 96 points a game, considering that's what they were on pace for right before that made free throw. And, wow, they are making everything.
49-35 Shepherd, 15 seconds to go in the first half. Off the McAlilly screen. Off the Pepin screen. He'll step into a three and buries it. It's an 11-point game at 49-38. Jordan will launch before the buzzer, but the shot is no good. And at the half, it's Shepherd 49. East Stroudsburg 38. We could see an upset on our hands. You'll have to stay tuned and find out to see if the Rams do that. As before we head to halftime, our final 10 minutes of the first half brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com, along with the Skinner Law Firm, injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we return, we'll have the halftime show. This is Shepherd Rams men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome you back to the Butcher Center. Shepherd 49, number 14 East Stroudsburg 38. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, as we welcome you into the Manfredi Law Firm halftime show. Manfredi Law Firm is located in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. And Dylan, this has been an amazing first half for the Rams.
I have to tell you what's going on. There might be a night of destiny here for college basketball in the state of West Virginia. WVU is currently at home beating number 14 TCU by 11 points. They just actually made a 3 to make it 14 points, but they were just up by 11 points on the number 14 team in the country. Shepherd currently at halftime up 11 points on the number 14 team in the country at home as well. Shooting the lights out. Every three-pointer just feels like it's been in so far. Obviously, it's not 100%, but it feels like about 100%. John Preston, Daniel McLean-Corley, Carson Poffenberger, Aiden Hewley, all have just been playing really, really great on offense, and they've been playing good defense. They're holding a team that averages 96 points a game to only 38 at halftime. Again, by that notion, you would think that Shepherd's the team that averages 96 points a game, and that East Stroudsburg's the team that averages about 66 instead of the other way around. So, they'll see. It'll be hard to sustain that level of shot making for another half, especially when you only play 2 guys off of the bench. Your guys are going to get tired. East Stroudsburg goes deeper into their bench. They give their star players more rest. It's going to be hard to sustain. But it can be done. This is a defensive team, and they're up by 11 at the half. You hunker down on defense. You keep on making shots. Maybe not, even if it's not at the same rate that you already did, you got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, Shepherd has definitely put itself probably the best half of basketball the Rams have played all season, at least against a team of this quality. And it's the best I've ever seen Shepherd play. Now, obviously, we haven't done every men's basketball game over the last 2 years, but
it's certainly the best that I think I've ever seen them play on offense.
Yeah.
They're letting up some open three-pointers, but the offense is playing out of their mind. I've never seen them make shots at this rate.
Yeah, it's been very impressive first half. We'll see if it continues. This is an East Stroudsburg team that, like we said, the number 3 offense in the country, so they're going to probably heat up in the second half. And then the number 14 team in the nation, according to the coaches' poll. So we'll see how this second half plays out, but we're going to take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll send it to Kyle McLaughlin, who will have a scoreboard update for you. This is Shepherd University Men's Basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 2 minutes with Colin on the other side of this break.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DII, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Welcome into the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Mountaineer Pub, located at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway in Martinsburg. I'm Colin McLaughlin for TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. What a first half it's been for the Shepherd Rams as they lead East Stroudsburg 49-38 at the half. Let's now get into some other scores around the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, starting in women's basketball. One game in action as the men's game was before the women's game for these two schools. It is Pitt Johnstown 51, Seton Hill 27 with 5:13 to go in the third quarter. Final scores from around the PSAC on the women's side. You saw earlier East Stroudsburg get a 69-54 win against our Shepherd University Rams. Kutztown defeated Mansfield 71-49. IUP dominates Clarion. Final score from that one, 76-53. Gannon beats Millersville almost by 30. It was a 29-point game, 86-57. Gannon gets that win. Mercyhurst 61, California 51 was the final score in that one. Bloomsburg just barely beats Shippensburg but survives at home 76-73. Bloomsburg gets the win. Westchester gets a win against Lockhaven, final score 66-57. The last score on the women's side, Edinboro 67, Slippery Rock 63. Let's now get some men's scores currently in action. 13 minutes to go in the second half. It's Mercyhurst 48 leading California by 10 points at 48-38. At halftime, it's Shippensburg 35, Bloomsburg 31. 15:44 to go in the second half. Millersville trails Gannon 33, Millersville 31. 17:36 to go in the third half. IUP leads Clarion 43-29. 9:15 to go in the second half. It is a close one between Mansfield and Kutztown. Kutztown leads by 5 at 57-52. 7:46 to go in half number one between Slippery Rock and Edinboro. Slow start. It's 19-12 Slippery Rock. Second half, 15:12 to go. Westchester up by 7 against Lockhaven at 48-41 in the one game that's already went final on the men's basketball side. Seton Hill 79, Pitt Johnstown 71. And a quick update for those that like West Virginia. They're leading number 14, the TCU Horned Frogs, by a score of 52-37 with 12:25 to go in half number two, as the Mountaineers trying to get its first conference win, as they're currently 0-5 in the Big 12. So hopefully WVU's able to do that. And that's the end of the And One halftime scoreboard show. Shepherd 49, East Stroudsburg 38. Let's take another 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, send it back to Nick Verzolini and Dylan Bishop for half number two. You're tuned in to NCAA Division II PSAC basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
We're all familiar with the phrase, size matters, and sometimes it does. Sometimes you want a bigger home, a car, a bigger chainsaw or boat, and yes, a bigger diamond. And sometimes it's not about size, S-I-Z-E, at all. It's about size, S-I-G-H-S. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Yes, those size matter. That's what your holiday gift is about. Not how big the box is or how big the gift is. Instead, do you hear those precious sighs when she opens it? That sweet sound? That says, I love it, or I can't believe you got this for me, or how did you know, or this is way too much. All of which means it's perfect. I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. For that gift, come to Bechtel Jewelers. From diamonds to silver, rubies to emeralds, pendants to hoop earrings. Why a gift from our store? Really, it's simple, because does matter.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
80% from the line, leading the way, or some of the leaders for East Stroudsburg here. Pepin with 6 points. McAlilly with 11 points. 4 from McGlone, 3 from Paz, 3 from Lee, 5 from Duda, and 6 from Johnson. That totals up to 38 for East Stroudsburg. On the Shepherd side, Philip Jordan with just 2 points. He's 0 for 6 from the floor. He's 2 for 2 from the line. John Preston has 14 on 4 or 5 shooting from downtown, 4 or 6 from the floor. Daniel McLean-Corley has 14 on 5 of 8 shooting, 4 of 5 from 3, 9 from Aiden Hooley, 5 from Poffenberger, 5 from Marcel to go along with 6 first-half rebounds. And Shepherd is shooting 51.5% from the floor, but 62.5% from 3, Dylan, and 83% from the line. And the rebound category, even at 15. The assist, Shepherd has 2 more. And the turnovers, Shepherd has 3 less. So really a great half for the Rams. Can they keep it up, though, will be our biggest question mark going up against this very talented number 14th ranked East Stroudsburg team that also has a top 3 offense in the nation.
Right, as we were waiting for those our stats to come in from the stat department, I guessed that they were shooting 67% from 3, came in at 62.5. So it wasn't far off from what it felt like. It's just insane shooting, and with East Stroudsburg shooting 50% and 53 from 3, they're going to have to keep it up to a certain extent to keep this lead.
So Justin Paz has the basketball now over to Ramos. East Stroudsburg works it down low to Pepin, who draws a foul. Carlos Pepin, the redshirt senior from New Jersey. 49-38. Shepherd on top here to begin this second half. Foul called on John Preston, his first. Pass down low underneath. Good defense by Hewley. Throws up a wild shot there on the baseline from McGlone and rebounded by McLean-Corley. McLean-Corley attacks the rack, lost control of it, goes up strong and finishes. McLean-Corley now has 16 points. Shepherd up 51-38.
Yeah, McLean-Corley has about 4 or 5 inches height on his defender. So that's one way he can take advantage and use it.
Paz no good on the 3. McLean-Corley tracks down another rebound, but a reach-in foul is going to be called on McAlilly.
Well, I'm not sure why McAlilly's so frustrated, unless he's just frustrated at himself, because that seemed like a pretty clear foul.
Yeah, I think it was more so self-frustration that
you would think
the shot was missed. He couldn't get the rebound, then he drew a foul, 92 feet away from the basket. Jordan with the basketball off the Hewley screen. Over to Preston. Good head fake. Preston attacks the basket, kicks it out to Poffenberger, top of the key. Jordan without a field goal in that first half. If you can get him going, Shepherd would be in good position. There's a tough shot on the way, though, from Philip Jordan as the shot clock was winding down. Rebounded by McAlilly, who just goes straight through the defense, but in perfect position was Carson Poffenberger to take the charge. And Shepherd forces the turnover. It's Rams basketball.
Perfect execution there. There was a moment in that possession earlier that I really liked. It would go under the radar. John Preston had what looked like a semi-open three-pointer from pretty deep, a couple feet behind the three-point line. He didn't take it. It'd be very easy to see, as there's a turnover, be very easy to say, I shot 4 or 5 from 3 in that first half. I'm still hot. Let me come out and shoot that long 3. But he didn't take it. I like that shot selection. Good discipline.
McAlilly has picked up his 3rd personal foul, so that forces him to go to the bench. Shepherd, they're turning it over on the inbound. Paz will go to the line to shoot a pair. Free throw up and no good. Our score remains 51-38 Shepherd. 18:32 to go in this ball game. Second free throw up and good. It makes it a 51-39 game. Preston will inbound. Rams again having issues on the inbound, but Philip Jordan gets there. And now it will be Jordan versus Ramos one-on-one. And PJ works across half court. Jordan gets into the lane, finds Poffenberger, who, before the shot, a foul was called against East Stroudsburg.
Good handling coming up the court by Jordan. And I like that he attacked it after he got the position on his man.
Ramos now checks out. Checking in for East Stroudsburg is Lee. McLean-Corley gets it in to Hewley. Hands it off to McLean Corley. Has the height advantage on Lee. Comes off the Hewley screen. Pick and pop. No. Hewley passed up the shot. Drives in. Tries a scoop shot. Gets his own rebound and a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Great effort from Aiden Hewley.
I want to check to confirm. Yeah, when they update the scoreboard. 4 fouls by East Stroudsburg less than 2 minutes into the half. So you're already more than halfway to being in the 1-and-1. This early in the half, that's trouble for East Stroudsburg.
Yeah, that's going to be key down the stretch as Hewley gets the friendly roll to fall. Put Shepherd up 52-39 now with just over 18 minutes to play in the second half. Second free throw is short. Good rebound there underneath by East Stroudsburg's Millsip. Paz into the corner. Pep in a corner 3. It's too strong. Bounces high off the rim. McLean Corley grabs the rebound. That's foul number 5 on East Stroudsburg.
I was surprised they didn't blow the whistle immediately.
Jalen McGlone picking it up. That is his 3rd.
I think if Dan didn't fall over, they would have just let the contact go.
Preston to inbound. Gets it into Jordan, who receives a double team. Good pass to McLean Corley. Shepherd breaks the press. Preston, bounce pass underneath. Poffenberger. It bounces into the hands of Hewley, who lays it up and in. Shepherd will take that. Not as planned, but the Rams go up 54-39 now.
Yeah, that's exactly according to plan, Nick. Just as they drew it up.
Pepin gets fouled underneath. Looks like Stefan Marcel's going to check back in for Aiden Hewley. That is the 3rd on Hewley, so he'll go to the bench with 17:36 to go in the contest, and Shepherd up 15 at 54-39.
Well, that could be a big loss, putting Hewley on the bench early in the second half. He's been playing really well.
The good thing is Marcel has played well as well.
Exactly, yeah. I was just about to say that.
So
he had six rebounds in that first half.
You lose a little bit of size of Hewley, but Marcel's played bigger than his size. Here's Pepin off the inbound. Good defense by the freshman Marcel, but Pepin picks up the foul. So overall, it's just been a very active fouling start to the second half. Already 10 fouls between the two teams.
Yeah, wow. We're going to be seeing a lot of free throws in the second half. Kind of a late whistle. And that's the 3rd foul on Marcel now, too. That's interesting because those are the 2 guys that really do work down low and get rebounds.
That hurt Shepherd in that Lockhaven game. That was the last one we were here for, as the Rams had several guys in foul trouble down the stretch of that one. Pepin goes 1 for 2 at the line. Preston grabs the rebound.
I was about to say, to the team's credit, the leading rebounder on this team is actually John Preston at about 6 a game.
Jordan somehow keeps his dribble. Another foul.
Wow.
This is the complete opposite, though. At times, it felt like in that Lockhaven game they weren't calling enough fouls, even though Shepherd was in foul trouble throughout. Now we've already seen 11 in the second half, the 6th on East Stroudsburg. So Shepherd will be shooting from here on out. Preston over to Jordan. Dylan, I was expecting for you to say, unless, of course, there's a player control foul. I thought you were going to give me that.
I thought it to myself, but
I
figured you knew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and the audience probably knows, but hey, just to make sure everybody's aware. Lee over. Lee attacks the basket. Now Millsip with it. Over to Paz. Paz attacks. Poffenberger stepped in for a second. Now a 3 on the way from Millsip is no good. An offensive rebound for East Stroudsburg and a foul called against East Stroudsburg as Marcel goes down hard to the floor. That is the 7th.
Well, it's not a player control foul.
I thought for a second it was going to be an offensive foul, but I guess they called it a defensive foul, so that will lead.
So I guess it was loose ball as they're going for the rebound. So he took a hard fall to the floor, did Marcel.
Yeah, but he is headed to the line.
And obviously, East Stroudsburg's become increasingly frustrated with the foul calls. I mean, I can see how you might get there when you've had 7 fouls called on you in 3.5 minutes, but I mean, it seemed like 7 good calls to me. But
we haven't seen even a media timeout yet, and Shepherd's already in the bonus.
It's pretty incredible. And it's a good recipe for pulling off this upset. Just keep yourself out of the bonus for as long as you can. You're only 2 away.
Marcel makes both free throws. Shepherd up 16 at 56-40. Pass with the dribble handoff over to the lead. Now back to the hands of McGlone. Down low. Shepherd gets it back. The Warriors get it back. Attacking the basket is Paz. That's the 6th on Shepherd. So not going to stay out of that 1-on-1 too much longer, Dylan.
I feel like this is going to be weird phrasing to say because you're used to hearing the opposite. They are not letting them play. They're doing the opposite. They are calling absolutely everything right now. But at the same time, it doesn't stand out as a bad calls. It just they're calling it tight.
Got to play good defense without fouling, and as I say that, kick ball, not a foul that time on McLean Corley, and he tried to get away with it.
The refs are getting their work out here in the second half.
They're getting their money's worth.
Yeah. Getting their whistle reps.
They're earning their stripes.
They sure are.
56-40 Shepherd. Pepin into the lane. Here's a floater on the way. Wild shot and another foul.
It's a good call. Over the back.
Yeah. It's the 8th. On East Stroudsburg, we got the under 16 media timeout. Our score, Shepherd 56, East Stroudsburg 40. We're back in 30.
Some are dreamers, some are doers, and just a few are both. That's the heartbeat of Shepherd University. A quality education that's within reach. In fact, we're one of the most affordable schools in the nation. Whether you're just starting off or you're ready for a new start, Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
We welcome you back to Shepherd with the Rams on top, 56-40. Just under 16 minutes to play in this one. Rams looking for the upset over number 14, East Stroudsburg. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Dylan, the fouls continue to be the story of the second half, but Shepherd holding on to that 16-point lead, and in some ways, that can help them get this win if they're going to pull off this major upset.
It's harder to get into a big momentum-driving flow if you keep getting interrupted by trips to the free throw line on both sides. And when you're up by 16, I suppose that's what you want. You don't want this to become a game of runs. You want this to just be kind of chipping back and forth so that East Stroudsburg can never cut into this lead. And already being in the 1-and-1 and going to the line for the second time off of it with 16 minutes left, that's part of it when you're up by 16.
So Stephon Marcel back to the line. He'll shoot 1-and-1. Free throw is up and no good. So in that case, it works in East Stroudsburg's favor as they get a quick fly to the rim. Dunk is not there.
Great contest by Marcel.
Poffenberger over to Robinson as McGlone tried to bring the house down. He even took part of the side of the backboard down. Here's a three-pointer from Marcel. No good off the side of the rim. Tips around, finds Carson Poffenberger, and Shepherd can reset the offense with 15:20 to go in the contest. 13 on the shot clock. McLean Corley pulls up. Jumper is good. It's a 2 for Daniel McLean Corley. Makes it an 18-point Shepherd lead at 58-40. 15 minutes to go in the contest.
And there's some of that shot making we saw in the first half.
Lee pulls up on his long 2, and that's good to answer.
That's a very strong answer right there.
Poffenberger gets it into McLean Corley. Ahead to Phillip Jordan. Pressure in the backcourt from ESU. Over to Robinson. Robinson back to McLean Corley, who has it now, dribbling at the volleyball line for Shepherd. Off the Poffenberger screen. Poffenberger will try a contested three, and Carson Poffenberger, the Morgantown native, knocks down the triple. Shepherd up 61-42. Good drive to the rim on the other end, and the layup is there for Johnson. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
And, well, should say it was already the 1-and-1 throughout, starting on the next foul, but now we're officially at 7 in the bonus.
Johnson will try to make it a three-point play. Poffenberger picks up his third, so now Hewley, who has 3 as well, will come in for Poffenberger. And it looks like John Preston's going to check back into the ball game for Robinson.
So this is a double-edged sword here, both teams being in the bonus so early. Obviously, you have foul trouble coming into things, but the other side of it, where it could possibly be an upside, we talked about can Shepherd sustain this when they only bring 2 guys off the bench. Guys are going to get tired. A way to get some breaks in, some extra breaks, are consistent trips to the free throw line.
Clayton Corley dribbles back down the other way for Shepherd. 61-44. Rams on top, 14-10 to go in the ball game. McLean Corley tries an NBA range 3, and it's way off. Marcel, though, grabs the rebound. Marcel Euro steps into the lane and finishes the layup.
Wow. How about that from the freshman?
Very impressive. Second on Millsip. Marcel to the line with Shepherd up 63-46. He can't make the three-point play. Rebounded underneath by Millsip over into the hands of Johnson. Johnson throws it away to nobody. He was trying to connect with Sable, but it went out of bounds. Shepherd has the basketball. East Stroudsburg wants a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. It's Shepherd 63, East Stroudsburg 46. This is Shepherd University Rams men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
You back to the Butcher Center. The Rams on top, 63-45. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Dylan Shepherd keeping pace and continuing to hold on to this lead with under 14 minutes to play. Give us kind of, I guess, the perspective for each team. How does Shepherd maintain this, and what could East Stroudsburg do a little bit better to get back into it?
I think if you're East Stroudsburg, you got to get stops first and foremost. I mean, you have a high-powered offense, so that those points can come. And if you're Shepherd, you got to make sure you're playing to win and not playing not to lose. You see that in football a lot of times. People will play conservative. You can't go conservative here. You got to play smart, have smart shot selection, but you can't go into a shell. You got to just keep playing your game.
Clayton Corley off the Hewley screen. Down low, pass. It's out of bounds. The official with the bullet time reaction avoids the basketball. The first 10 minutes of the second half are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Along with Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. East Stroudsburg on the attack. Millsip drives baseline. Over to Duda. Into the corner. A pull-up three on the way, and it rolls around and in for Johnson. Makes it 63-48.
That was just great ball movement by the Warriors that time. Eventually found the open shot.
Jordan and McLean Corley cross the timeline. Under 20 seconds, 15 on the shot clock for the Rams. 12:45 to go in the ball game. Marcel over to Preston. He'll head fake, drive in. Preston kicks it out wide open. 3 on the way from McLean Corley, and it's short. Rebounded by Sable. Johnson splits the entire Rams defense, but the shot is no good. Rebounded by Marcel underneath. That is the 10th foul on East Stroudsburg. The Rams will shoot 2 now from here on out. In the 17th foul of the second half between the two teams.
It's pretty amazing. That's the third time in the last, 4 fouls on East Stroudsburg that have just been, well, actually, I should say the last 4 fouls on East Stroudsburg have all been on Stephon Marcel. 3 of them have just been loose ball fouls after a rebound by Marcel. Just shows you how well he's playing on that end of the court, hustling and getting those boards.
Yeah, it's strange as Marcel knocks down his free throw. It seems like East Stroudsburg's been, lacking discipline in this game. They've fouled Shepherd, especially in the second half, 90 feet away from the basket. Like you said, at least 4 times in the second half, maybe even more than that, as Marcel's goes 1 for 2 from the line. It's rebounded by Pepin.
We just saw a huge line shift come in for East Stroudsburg. Pepin and McAlilly both back in the game.
Going to work, kicks it out to McAlilly, and he'll drive into the lane. He draws a foul on Aiden Hewlett.
That's his 4th. With 12 minutes left.
And they're going to go back to Poffenberger, who has 3. Those two kind of switched out earlier, so
I think that's what you attack right now if you're the Warriors. You got to know 4 on Hewley, 3 on Poffenberger, 3 on Marcel, and you got your big bruisers down low back in the game. Try to get the ball inside to them and either get those easy buckets down low because they won't foul, or put them into further foul trouble.
McAlilly to the line. He makes the first. It's very difficult, too, because those two guys, McAlilly and Pepin, are tough to defend. And, if you lose Marcel and Poffenberger and Hewley, or at least one of them, that makes it very tough on Shepherd. Both free throws good. 64-50 our score. 12:06 to go. Jordan drives into the lane, somehow keeps his dribble.
Wow. Thought for sure he's losing it.
Trying to get in position is McLean Corley, and they're going to call a carry on Phillip Jordan. We have the under 12 media timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. Our score, Shepherd 64, East Stroudsburg 50. We're back in 30.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
We're back in the Butcher Center with our score, Shepherd 64, East Stroudsburg 50. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, John Allerton along with Spencer Dupuis and Gerald Wright on camera. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin as Spencer Dupuis from Chip Ransom providing us with a stat we asked for at halftime from Chip, and always Chip on top of it gets us with the last time Shepherd beat a ranked opponent was on January 7th, 2019, when Shepherd knocked off number 25 Shippensburg 74-67. So it's been a little bit, but the Rams could be doing it here tonight against number 14 East Stroudsburg.
That would have been one of the teams led by the sharpshooter Thomas Lang.
Look at you, Dylan, with your PSAC knowledge. Ramos pulls up for 3, knocks it down, makes it an 11-point game, so don't count out the Warriors quite yet.
Absolutely not. This team averages almost 100 points a game. They can go on an offensive explosion at any time.
McLean Corley over to Preston. Now back to McLean Corley. Rams up 11, trying to pull off this upset. Poffenberger sets a screen. McLean Corley goes to the rim. A foul called against East Stroudsburg. That will send the Rams back to the line. McLean Corley has had a great night for Shepherd. Rams up 11 with just over 11 minutes to play in this one. Free throw. Too strong off the back of the rim.
It's a McLean Corley shooting almost 83% from the line.
Second one for McLean Corley is good. 65-53. Drive in, down low. They're going to call Poffenberger for his fourth.
That's a tough call there, because clearly McAlelli was leaning into him, trying to draw it, and it was to the point where he kind of went out of his way. Poffenberger wasn't invading his path to the basket, I don't think.
McAlelli knocks down the free throw. Yeah, in my opinion, I tend to agree with you, Dylan. I thought that McAlelli had created the contact more so than Poffenberger did, but
yeah,
the officials rule in favor of the offensive player.
But this is exactly what East Stroudsburg needed to do. It's a smart strategy. Again, you just got Poffenberger out of the game. Now you have Gerard Robinson down at the power forward spot. A spot he doesn't normally play.
Yeah, so I wonder if maybe Preston slides down and takes that spot, but Jordan having issues bringing it across. Somehow he keeps it alive. Jordan dribbling the PSAC logo with 12 on the shot clock. Kind of moved the ball more. Shepherd in his second half has gone a lot of these ISO plays. Jordan's shot is no good. Marcel tips it to try to keep it alive. It heads out of bounds.
Yeah, it doesn't do you any good there. Philip Jordan just dribbling the air out of the ball for 30 seconds. That's not going to do you any good.
It almost seems like Shepherd maybe needs a timeout here, Dylan. Reset things a little bit. Paz off a screen.
They got three of them.
Down low to Pepin. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Pepin again. Marcel. That is his fourth. That's the thing with the seventh-man rotation. If you get into one of these games, you now have your three forwards that get the most playing time, all with 4 fouls, with 10-14 to go in the contest, and Marcel, Hewley, and Poffenberger.
See, now it's a really interesting question of what do you do if you're Coach Namlick.
He's going to leave Marcel on for now.
Yeah, with 10 minutes left, I guess.
The thought is he's not a starter. That's the only thing, but he's played tremendous as well. So both free throws up and good for Pepin. 65-57. It's an 8-point game.
It's a fascinating strategy. At what point would you say, let me bring in a guy that's not in our normal rotation, try to alleviate some of that?
Oh, my gosh. How's there no foul there?
What? Yeah. What?
Paz draws another one.
Come on.
I mean, they're calling everything, and there's a collision.
Of all the things to not call, Philip Jordan just got ran over.
Not sure how you missed that one, Dylan, but no call there from the officials. Timeout called. Namlick angry with the officials.
Out the half court for it.
And we will take a 30-second break. Our score, Shepherd hanging on to an 8-point lead at 65-57. Just over 10 minutes to play in the contest.
Some are dreamers, some are doers, and just a few are both. That's the heartbeat of Shepherd University. A quality education that's within reach. In fact, we're one of the most affordable schools in the nation. Whether you're just starting off or you're ready for a new start, Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
We welcome you back to Shepherd. 65-57. Our score, just over 10 minutes to go in the contest. Free throw up and no good from Paz. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Happy to have you with us. Second free throw is good. Preston to inbound the basketball, gets it in to McLean Corley. McLean Corley dribbling across half court. Over to Robinson. Robinson now to Jordan.
Good job getting that back to PJ to slow it down.
Jordan with the basketball. Attacks the basket. Down low to Marcel. Marcel's layup is up and good. Marcel makes it a 9-point lead for the Rams with 9:32 to go.
I'm glad they got the basket there, but man, you need to run some offense.
Turnover. Jordan in transition for the Rams. Jordan to the rack. He is fouled. He'll go to the line.
The defense and offense there. They needed a little bit of a run like this. East Stroudsburg was really cutting into things. Now we're back. They can put this back to double digits after they got it down to 6.
9:19 to go in the contest. Jordan to the free throw line at 67-58. Jordan's free throw is up and good. Shepherd leads by 10 now.
And meanwhile, WVU still up by 6 points on TCU with 3.5 minutes left.
Thanks for the score update, Dylan. Appreciate it.
Of course, that game moving along a lot faster than this one.
That one also up and good by Phillip Jordan. 69-58 Shepherd. Down low, Pepin. Good decision not to foul for Shepherd. They allow the layup, though. 9-point game. Just over 9 minutes to go.
And that's the other side of the foul trouble. It's not just you can get free throws. You can get easy baskets like that because John Preston doesn't want to foul.
Jordan over to McLean Corley, ahead to Preston. Preston working against Ramos. Back over to Robinson. 10 on the shot clock. Robinson attacks the basket, pulls up. Robinson's shot is no good. Marcel tips it, but it's rebounded by McAlilly. Robinson jumps in front of the pass, nearly wins the possession. It will go to East Stroudsburg, though.
It just doesn't feel like there's been a lot of offense plays run by the Rams in the last handful of possessions.
A lot of dribbling.
This is what I mean when I say don't play not to lose, play to win. It feels like they're trying to run the clock out. They're trying to get to the finish line. That's not going to work against East Stroudsburg when they have such a high-powered offense.
It's not going to work in college. It'll work in high school because there's no shot clock. But in college, you're limited to how much you can do that. Preston gets the jump ball possession arrow to the Rams. So there's the hustle. We've seen good efforts on the defensive end from Shepherd for the most part in the second half. It's just been poor offense. A lot of dribbling, not a whole lot of great ball movement. Dylan, I think some of that might have to do with the fact that we mentioned earlier. It's only a 7-man rotation. Guys get tired.
Yep.
Maybe that's when you start to get sloppy and don't really get into your offense as much as you did in the first half. Here's a pass from McLean Corley. Preston attacks the basket, kicks it back out to Jordan. Looked like Shepherd had the advantage, but slows it down. 14 on the shot clock. McLean Corley off the Hewley screen. Back to Hewley, top of the key. He'll pull up. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Preston tips to Marcel. They're going to call a foul on John Preston. Didn't see a ton of contact there. But
that's a bad call.
Yeah.
That's a bad call. He did not really go over the back. He tapped the ball forward to Stephon Marcel. That's not a good call.
Well, with under 8 minutes to go, we got a timeout. Our score, Shepherd 69, East Stroudsburg 60. Let's take another 30-second break. This is Shepherd University Men's Basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Some are dreamers, some are doers, and just a few are both. That's the heartbeat of Shepherd University. A quality education that's within reach. In fact, we're one of the most affordable schools in the nation. Whether you're just starting off or you're ready for a new start, Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
Shepherd 69, East Stroudsburg 60 with 7:45 to go in the contest. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Our final 10 minutes of the second half are brought to you by Parsons Ford. They're located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, along with WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Dylan, it's a 9-point lead for the Rams. We had the controversial call right before our timeout on John Preston. This leads East Stroudsburg to the line, as we have been in the bonus for pretty much 15 minutes of the final 15 minutes here of the second half, since both teams got into the 7 foul mark, as it was crazy the start we saw of the second half and fouls called, and now both teams have 10. So we're in the double bonus here. The free throw is up and good for Paz. Second one about to be on the way, and it is no good. Great box out by Hewley. Allows Robinson to secure the rebound for the Rams. 69-61, Shepherd on top. 7:40 to go in the contest. Robinson attacks the basket, goes up strong, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Robinson playing a crucial role here due to some foul trouble for Shepherd. That one going to be called on Millsip. Robinson to the line to shoot 2. The first one is up and no good.
Got to make your free throws down the stretch. It's
7.
Be huge.
Shepherd up by 8 with 7.5 minutes to go. Second one is good there. So the Rams back up by 9 at 70-61.
At least you got one of them.
Warriors working it around the perimeter. McGlone to the rim. McGlone with the scoop shot layup. It's up and good. 70-63 now. Poffenberger to inbound. Gets it over to Phillip Jordan, who gets double teamed in the corner. Back to McLean Corley. Skip pass ahead of Robinson, and a poor mistake for Shepherd.
That's rough. You got to play smarter than that. You got to stay disciplined.
East Stroudsburg going to bring Johnson back into the ball game. It's a 7-point Shepherd lead. It's 70-63, and East Stroudsburg has the possession. Big possession here for the Warriors. Lee with the basketball over to Millsip. Down low, Johnson to Pepin. Pepin goes to work. Hewley just fouled out. Aiden Hewley is fouled out. Pepin going to the line. As the 5th on Hewley. They're going to bring on Marcel, who has 4. We know Poffenberger has 4 as well. So the Rams are starting to run out of forwards. It was a great effort tonight, though, by Aiden Hewley.
I think they're just going to ride these 7 guys until it gets down to 4 guys, and they have to bring someone off the bench that isn't them. I don't know who it would be. Jordan Gibson, perhaps. He got some minutes on this team last year. Depends on the kind of lineup they want to go to. Brandon Dolman.
Pepin knocks down the free throw, makes it 70-64. Second one is no good. Poffenberger secures the rebound. 6:45 to go. Aiden Hewley has fouled out for Shepherd. The Rams up by 6, just a 2-possession game. Barely keeping possession here. East Stroudsburg has picked up the intensity on the defensive end. Jordan nearly had it stripped away. Finds Poffenberger. Poffenberger attacks the rack. He gets fouled and finishes over Pepin. That makes it 72-64 Shepherd.
Weight room.
And that's
Poffenberger, man. That's like they needed some. Again, they've answered back. East Stroudsburg's cutting into this with free throws. But they've been able to answer. Again, they got it down to 6, but that's as far as they've been able to go.
That's the 4th on Carlos Pepin, the leading
be big.
scorer for East Stroudsburg. He'll check out of the game. Poffenberger's free throw is up and good.
That's huge for them to get him to check out.
Rams back up 9. Johnson with the basketball. Over to Lee. Down low, going to work, Millsip. Marcel has fouled out. Millsip to the line.
I guess you can say they're consistent, these referees, but they really are just calling everything. It's not the worst call of the night, but that's not a whole lot of contact. It's really not.
Preston will come back in. So Shepherd is down to 5 of its 7-man rotation. It's the 5 guys out on the floor currently. McLean, Corley, Robinson, Poffenberger, Preston, and Philip Jordan. Marcel has fouled out. Aiden Hewley has fouled out. The rest of the Rams have not gotten any action. Millsip to the line with his team down by 9. Just over 6 minutes to play in this one. Millsip's free throws up and good.
So what happens if Poffenberger fouls out? Who comes in? That's the next question.
Roll of dice. Maybe John Allerton. Free throw up and good, 73-66. McLean Corley. Back to Philip Jordan now. My thought would be Gibson since he has probably the most experience.
That would be my guess.
We'll see. Into the corner, 3 on the way from McLean Corley, and he drills a triple. Shepherd up 10 with 5:40 to go in the ball game.
They've gotten the offensive answers when they've needed them most.
Great D from John Preston down low. Millsip leads to a jump ball. The possession arrow pointed toward East Stroudsburg. It will stay with the Warriors.
Preston has been fantastic on defense, making hustle plays like that. Second time in a row that jump ball has been caused by him.
Yeah, we've seen great defense, I think, from John Preston all year. A guy that plays above his size. Here's Lee off the inbound. His shot is good. Somehow that one fell.
Those Butcher Center rims.
For Lee, they get it into Philip Jordan. Now over to McLean Corley, who receives the double team. Jordan back to McLean Corley as Shepherd brings it across into the front court with 20 on the shot clock. Poffenberger sets up for a great screen. McLean Corley pulls up, and he gets the difficult shot to go. Final 6 minutes of this one. McLean Corley starting to feel it for the Rams, and they need him. Johnson with the basketball. Shepherd up 10. Pull up 3 on the way, and that is good from McAlilly, who's gone quiet since a really hot start. 7-point ball game now.
Yeah, McAlilly took 13 threes all season before this game. He took 3 alone in the first half, and I believe that's his first in the second.
Jordan off the Poffenberger screen. Kicks it out. Robinson wide open 3 on the way, and it's just off the mark. Preston keeps the possession alive, and it bounced in. John Preston got it to bounce in. The officials have stopped the action. I think that should count unless it went in from underneath the basket, but it looked like from our angle that it went above the basket and in, which would count it. But if it went up through the basket and then back in, then it wouldn't count. And that's really the question, I think, here, Dylan, from the officials.
Listen, hey, refs, come up here. We got the replay. Pull up the YouTube stream, WRNR TV on YouTube. We can tell you exactly what happened. I'm pulling up the replay myself on my own phone right here in real time. I want to see this replay.
It appears that they are not counting it as of now, or they're not counting it. That's just simply how it is.
So by my eyes, that absolutely did not go back up through under the net. You would have seen the net move. The net didn't move at all. That should be 2 points right there for Shepherd.
But not called that way. So East Stroudsburg with the basketball. Lee with it.
Also, Preston, of all the fouls not to be called in this game on that loose ball before he bounced it off the ground.
Layup is up and good from Pepin. 78-73. We now have the officials stopping the game here. I don't believe a timeout was called. As the intensity picks up here in the Butcher Center. The Rams really have like two student sections going on here tonight. So kind of a student section down in this corner and one in the behind the Rams bench. Both of them very into this ball game, with the Rams leading by 5 of just over 4 minutes to go, and it's Shepherd possession after the officials' timeout. Preston having issues getting it in, eventually finds Jordan ahead to McLean Corley. He'll swing it down the court to Poffenberger, who nearly traveled.
He probably got away with that, yeah. Make-up call?
Possibly. McLean Corley with the basketball off the Poffenberger screen. McLean Corley splits the defense, goes up strong and finishes over the defender.
Get back.
Back the other way goes East Stroudsburg, and it's a layup on the other end for McGlone. 80-75, Rams on top, 3:30 to go. McLean Corley trapped again in the backcourt. Jordan brings it across the timeline. Philip Jordan to the rack, he slipped, and a foul is called. A foul called on McAlilly. East Stroudsburg's coach just got a timeout for throwing his clipboard into the East Stroudsburg bench.
Technical foul.
So a technical called there. Namalik called a timeout right before that. And let's go ahead and keep it here. East Stroudsburg on the ropes of being upset. Jeff Wilson in his 20th season threw the clipboard into the bench, and the Butcher Center is on its feet. Shepherd leads by 5, 3:23 to go, Dylan. This has been a great atmosphere for the Rams, despite not a huge crowd, but they've brought it for the home team, and Shepherd leads by 5. We're getting down to the final moments of this one, and we have a technical on Coach Wilson.
Oh boy, that whole exchange started out with maybe the most sarcastic applause for the foul from the Shepherd student section behind the bench there, and then led into uproarious applause when we got the technical foul.
Yep, Coach Wilson out there toward half court, kind of flinged his clipboard into the bench and also probably said some choice words to the officials, which led to the technical foul. We now have had a longer than timeout stoppage of play as we wait for the free throws and then the technical free throws. This could be the deciding factor in the game, Dylan, if Shepherd can convert.
It could be. You get your one technical foul shot, and I mean, that gets you halfway to making up those 2 points that Shepherd put in the basket and didn't count.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe just get one more technical and we can call it even, perhaps.
So this extended break with Shepherd up. Now we're officially, I think, getting the timeout. I'm not certain exactly, but 80-75 our score. Looks like Philip Jordan is getting something wrapped up on his leg. I'm not certain if he was maybe bleeding, and that could be what's led to this extended timeout from that fall he took. I think that might have been the case, Dylan. He's now got
that might be
kind of like some tape or something around his leg, his left leg. So Preston to the line to shoot the technical.
Yep.
2 shots on the technical foul for Preston. And then Jordan will shoot his free throws for the regular foul. And Preston hits the front of the rim.
Man, 90% free throw shooter on the year. And he misses there, rare miss. It's only his 4th missed free throw of the year.
Second one from John is good. So he converts 1 of 2. Shepherd up 6. Jordan to the line here. Philip Jordan on the year. Has shot the ball well from the line as well.
So this extended break, I mean, you have 5 guys. You have the only 5 guys available for Shepherd out on the court that have played minutes in this game, meaning that they've all played a lot of minutes in this game. That extended period gave them a solid bit of rest there.
Yeah, but Jordan and Preston, who are 81% and 90% respectively, go just 2 for 4 from the line, so Shepherd doesn't really take advantage of the technical foul. Could have been a 4-point swing. Instead, it's just 2 points. East Stroudsburg. Pull up for 3. Good. McGlone, and that makes it a 4-point game at 82-78. Just over 3 minutes to play. Shepherd looking for its first top 25 win since early 2019, which was a 74-67 win over Shippensburg, who was 25th in the coaches' poll at the time. A head fake from Poffenberger. He drives in, kicks it over to McLean Corley. 3-pointer from the corner! Daniel McLean Corley with ice in his veins puts Shepherd up 85-78.
He has been lights out all game long, and they would not be in this position without Daniel McLean Corley.
McGlone can't answer. Rebounded by McLean Corley. Philip Jordan with the basketball. Back to Daniel.
It's huge to not get an answer there from the Warriors.
McLean Corley off the Poffenberger screen. Back to Philip Jordan. 13 on the shot clock. Jordan attacks the lane. Pulls up floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. Pounce pass down low to Preston. Shepherd can reset as the shot clock goes back out to 20 seconds.
Good discipline not to just throw it right back up.
McLean Corley off the Poffenberger screen. McLean Corley with a defender in his face. Daniel McLean Corley, you are ridiculous tonight.
Unconscious.
Pull up 3 on the other end. No good. Poffenberger grabs the rebound. Preston now back to McLean Corley. 88-78. The crowd comes to its feet for Shepherd. Nearly a turnover into the hands. Preston. Extra pass. Robinson. 3. No good. Rebounded on the other end by McGlone. McGlone over to Pepin. 3 on the way. No good. Flying in was McAlilly. His shot was no good. Rams draw another foul. Philip Jordan to the line. Feels like we're just moments away from Shepherd securing this one. 88-78, 56 seconds to go. We got a timeout for the Rams. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Welcome you back to the Butcher Center Shepherd 88, East Stroudsburg 78. 56 seconds to go in the contest. Philip Jordan to the line to shoot a pair. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, John Arlington, along with Spencer Dupuis, our cameraman, along with Gerald Wright. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, Philip Jordan's free throw up and good. Puts the Rams up 11 at 89-78 with 56 seconds to go. Next one is up and good as well. Shepherd has 90 on a team that averages 96. So far, the Rams have held East Stroudsburg to 78 with just over 50 seconds to go. A drive on the baseline. Lee lays it up and in. East Stroudsburg will take a timeout. It's a 10-point game, Dylan, and this has been an unbelievable performance from the Rams from start to finish, really.
It really has. Dan McLean-Corley has been incredible all night long. He has just been making everything. This is a star-making performance from the star of this team. And they needed this from him tonight. And this upset wouldn't just have the implications of being a huge win for Shepherd, but for the PSAC East in general. East Stroudsburg was sitting a game ahead of Lock Haven and Shippensburg at 8-1 in the conference play. 7-2 sit Shippensburg and Lock Haven. So you assume if Lock Haven and Shippensburg playing tonight get themselves wins, that would move East Stroudsburg back from all alone in first place to being tied with those two teams.
So a lot on the line here tonight between Shepherd and East Stroudsburg. Philip Jordan ahead to Robinson. Robinson draws the foul.
Well, of all the players on the court, you would assume that's probably who East Stroudsburg wanted most to send to the free throw line. But Gerard Robinson coming into this game, 8 of 10 from the line on the season. Not a lot of attempts, but that is 80%.
Robinson lines up the free throw. It's up and good. It's at a 91-80 lead for the Rams with 37 seconds to go.
So the 5 guys on the court for Shepherd right now, 4 of them shoot over 80% on the year, and the only one that does it, Carson Poffenberger.
Should be a lane violation, yeah? There it is.
Yes. The only guy that's not over 80% is Carson Poffenberger, but he is shooting 78%, so he's almost there. So this is a good lineup. I guess you could say lucky enough for Shepherd. The 2 guys that have fouled out are the 2 poor free throw shooters, Marcel and Hewley, who are both under 60%.
So after the lane violation, Robinson knocks it down. Puts the Rams up 92-80. There's a pass to the corner, a 3 on the way. Good.
Wow,
falls from McGlone. 9-point game. McLean-Corley off the inbound. He gets trapped. The jump ball is called. That will keep it with Shepherd.
I would have thought about a timeout there. Both teams have 1 left. But the possession arrow was in their favor. I'm not sure if he was thinking about that in that moment. But
we've seen Shepherd blow a lead in the final minute before, so got to execute here down the stretch, and there's a turnover.
Come on.
This one would be pretty bad if they.
This would be devastating at this point. 9 points in 25 seconds.
But it's not impossible, especially if Shepherd keeps turning it over. I mean, that was the first time, but if you end up turning it over quite a bit. And East Stroudsburg answers. Pepin down low. He gets the layup. Timeout called by Coach Wilson of East Stroudsburg. 92-85, 19 seconds to go in this one, Dylan.
It's their last time out. So from this point on, they don't have any more opportunities to call and set up plays. So it'll take a lot more, improvised situations for the Warriors to come back into this one. And at this point, it's just get the ball in, don't turn it over, let yourself get fouled, make your free throws. Simple, end of game scenario. They said you got a lot of good shooters on the floor, free throw shooters, that is. you don't really have a super poor one when it comes to on the season.
Yeah, it comes down to, I think, for Shepherd, can you just execute and keep control of the basketball? You would expect the Rams to be able to make these free throws here down the stretch. It's just, can they not commit silly turnovers here, and that's what it's going to come down to.
Right on that last possession, you didn't even get the ball inbounds. So you got to at least do better than that.
Preston to inbound here. They get it into Phillip Jordan. He gets double-teamed. Jordan, yeah, that's a travel or a carry.
Wow.
So there's, again, one of those kind of silly turnovers with 15 seconds left. East Stroudsburg's not out of it. 92-85. McGlone will inbound.
Yeah, this is the third best scoring offense in the country.
He gets it into Paz. Crowd on its feet, chanting defense. Paz attacks down low. Pepin. They call the charge. It's going back the other way. Poffenberger was in perfect position. They counted the field goal. I thought he did actually count it, but I saw your reaction, Dylan, so that made me think maybe I was seeing things wrong.
I realized he threw up the 2 with his hands.
I meant scored the field goal. So they will count it. It should be then 92-87, correct?
Yes.
We'll wait on them to fix the score. It should be 92-87 with Pepin to the line with 10 seconds left. Poffenberger has fouled out, which means we have...
Is it Ariel Godot?
Godot checking in. Has only played in 3 games this season, so this is his 4th appearance.
So that wasn't our guess of who they would bring in.
Free throws up and good.
And we can't really measure his free throw percentage on the year because he has not taken one. And they're going to say foul before the inbound.
That kind of bailed Shepherd out, right?
Yeah, the last 2 possessions they have not been able to get to the point of being fouled. So it really helps them out. And it's
I wasn't sure if they were going to get the ball inbound, so it was looking like.
Right. I mean, you get PJ going to the line.
So Jordan to the line, 81% shooter, 92-88 Rams on top with 10 seconds. Shepherd trying to upset the number 14 team in the country. Jordan knocks down the free throw. That one's huge.
Absolutely.
Puts you up 5, so you can't have any funky situations with a 3 and a foul at this point. That would tie the game. Jordan's good on both. It makes it a 2-possession game at 94-88. 6-point ball game. Into the front court, 3-pointer, a quick trigger, no good. Ball gets tipped out. Paz 3 on the way. That's an air ball. 0.8 seconds. Shepherd up 94-88. Godot getting involved with the Warriors. McAlilly. East Stroudsburg about to fall to Shepherd.
But it's been tense to get to the end here, but it's hard not to say that this entire game, the better team tonight has been the Rams.
And that is the 5th on McAlilly. 94-88. How about this? If Godot makes these 2 free throws, that'll put Shepherd at 96 points. And we know East Stroudsburg coming in, averaged 96 points. And it seemed like an impossible task for the Rams to pull off this upset. But it looks like Shepherd's going to do it. And not only do it, but put up the scoring numbers that the other team averages that has the 3rd best offense in the country.
Shepherd's only cracked 80 points twice this entire season. The most points they put up in a game was last game against Bloomsburg when they scored 81.
Godot makes the free throw to put the Rams at 95. Up by 7.8 seconds. It's all but over here for the Rams to pull off this upset. Second one is good from Godot, 96-88. East Stroudsburg inbounds it. The buzzer goes off. And for the first time since 2019, Shepherd has a win over a top 25 opponent with the win over number 14 East Stroudsburg, 96-88 here in the Butcher Center. The Rams pull off the upset against the third highest scoring team in the country. Dylan, your initial thoughts?
It was just incredible shot making by the Rams tonight, particularly from Dan McLean Corley. He, in the second half, was the guy that put this offense on his back and led them to this victory. East Stroudsburg tried to get back in it, a lot of foul trouble, but it was DC and his timely three-point shots that was able to keep that lead intact the entire way. They held defensively strong, held the third best scoring offense in the nation to just enough to be able to get this win.
And the Rams celebrating on the court as this could be the win that gets this team on a roll, right? We've been waiting all year for them to put several wins in a row together. Puts the Rams at 9-7, drops East Stroudsburg to 14-2. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is Shepherd University Rams men's basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Shepherd pulls off the upset over East Stroudsburg, 96-88. East Stroudsburg came in as the number 14th ranked team in the coaches poll. They had a 14-1 record. Shepherd was 8-7, and East Stroudsburg has the third highest scoring offense in the country at 96 points a game. None of that matters though tonight because the Rams get the win, 96-88. And we'll now get into our Palace Lounge post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge, located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu. With daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere, check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We'll start with East Stroudsburg's numbers here tonight. Scorers for them, Ramos with 3. Pepin did get his 19, but didn't really feel like it. He did it on kind of a poor shooting night, going 6 of 12. Well, he shot 50%, but 2 of 5 from 3. 5 of 7 from the line. 5 assists for Pepin, 18 points for McCallie, 14 for McGlone, 12 for Johnson. Those were the leaders for East Stroudsburg. For Shepherd, Philip Jordan goes 0 for 10 from the floor, but finishes with 9 points, 6 assists, 3 turnovers. John Preston scores 15 points, but it's a historic game, it feels like, for Daniel McLean Corley. 32 points for the Rams, 7 rebounds on the defensive side, 7 total as well, 2 assists, just 2 turnovers. Hewley, 12 points, Poffenberger, 11, Marcel, 12. Godot with the 2 at the end, and Robinson with 3. I mean, just an unbelievable game there from Daniel McLean Corley. Our game stats were brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South. Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. And then finally, Dylan, let's get into our awards here, but one of them will be very easy for you to come up with. But how about we start with the moment of the game for you? Brought to you by Chris Ross and Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, Call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com.
Well, I got to put it at 1:46 left in the game. The seventh three-pointer of the night from Dan McClain-Corley to make it an 88-78 game. Just a massive, massive shot. When on a couple possessions earlier, he had just made his sixth to bring the lead back up to 9 from 6 when they were cutting into it. Timely shot making from him is exactly what got this done. 12 of 17 from the floor overall. Incredible night.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a big moment in the game. What about the rejection of the game? Brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
I have to look back at the stats here. There wasn't a lot.
I think Aiden Hewley had one in the first half.
I think you're right. There were only 2 blocks in this game for Shepherd, and they both came from Stephon Marcel.
Okay, Marcel.
So, he was huge in this one. 2 big time plays on the defensive end when I actually remember this now. Went down, blocked a shot on the floor, and you could tell he ran back down on the offensive end. Really wanted the ball down low because he felt like he was motivated. Didn't get the ball down low, came back out, got it at the top of the key, made a 3. So that rejection on the other end right before that, defense into offense, not just points-wise, but when it came to momentum building. So that was a huge moment. Huge game, 12 points, 9 rebounds for Stephon Marcel.
And then finally, Dylan, our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. This one will be an easy one for you.
None other than the man himself, DC, DMC, Daniel McClain-Corley, whatever you want to call him. 32 and 7, 12 of 17 from the floor, 7 of 10 from the three-point line. Added in only 1 point from the free throw line in that 32.
That's surprising, right? 32 points, you only get one.
Of all the fouls and free throws in this game, only one of the points came from him. Just insane shot making. He was shooting absolutely out of his mind, and it's the best game I've ever seen him play. That's living up to his potential, taking a lot of tough shots, and tonight they all fell.
So once again, your final score, Shepherd gets the win, 96-88. We don't have a game for you tomorrow, but we're back on Friday with Martinsburg Musselman. Should be a good one. High school boys basketball action on Saturday as well. We'll be there for Martinsburg Morgantown. But for Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, Gerald Wright, Spencer Dupuis, and John Alderton on camera, along with Dylan Bishop. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from the Butcher Center. We'll take a break, and then on the other side of that break, Colin McLaughlin will have a post-game scoreboard show. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night, everyone. This is Shepherd University Men's Basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Are you the kind of man who insists on seeing results? Well, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers, and I have good news for you. When you surprise her with a Valentine's gift from Bechtel Jewelers, you're going to see the results you insist on. As soon as you hand her a little box from Bechtel Jewelers, you'll see her face soften. Her eyes will start to sparkle, her mouth opens just a little bit. You hear that sweet inhale that says how surprised she is, and that's before she opens it. And when she does, you're going to feel those results. Her arms wrapped around you and a warm kiss. And you'll hear those results as she says thank you. And I love you, honey. Yes, if you're one of those men who insist on seeing results, you'll see the results all right, and you'll feel them, and you'll hear them when your Valentine's Day gift is from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. And by the way, our gifts start at just $25. Gift wrap just the way women love. Come see us for her Valentine's gift, and you'll see those results.
Welcome into the And One post-game scoreboard show. brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company, brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 to go to FMIWV.com as your Shepherd Rams get the upset win over number 14 East Stroudsburg by a final score of 96-88. Shepherd now 9-7 overall, and hopefully that's the spark that we've all been waiting for in the Eastern Panhandle for Shepherd to move on and get some wins and be a contender in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Let's get some other scores from around the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference now and give you final scores from women's action earlier today. It was East Stroudsburg beating Shepherd 69-54, Pitt Johnstown 73, Seton Hill 53, Kutztown 71, Mansfield 49, IUP beat Clarion 76-53, Gannon beat Millersville 86-57, Mercyhurst beat California 61-51, Bloomsburg beat Shippensburg 76-73, Westchester beat Lockhaven 66-57, and Edinburgh beat Slippery Rock 67-63 in women's basketball. Over to men's basketball now in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Mercyhurst beat California on the road 66-65. Shippensburg beats Bloomsburg 77-68. Millersville 66. Gannon 64. IUP 87. Clarion 55. Mansfield beat Kutztown 73-72. Seton Hill beat Pitt Johnstown 79-71. Westchester beats Lockhaven 73-68. And just going final, Slippery Rock beats Edinburgh 76-63. And NCAA Division I basketball, the West Virginia Mountaineers get their first win in Big 12 play, improved to 11-7 now in the season. 74-65. The Mountaineers get the win against number 14 Texas Christian University. What a win it was, and what a win tonight for the Shepherd Rams men's team. Final score 96-88. You'll hear from Coach Namalik on tomorrow's Sports Mix as we saw Spencer Dupuis getting a post-game interview with him. So tune in from noon to 1 p.m. on Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM, 740 AM, or on TV10 or our TV10 Facebook page. But I'm Colin McLaughlin now, signing off for the evening on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Shepherd Rams get the win over East Stroudsburg. Have a good night, everybody. It's time for the excitement of NCAA Division II basketball featuring the Shepherd University Rams and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Today's game is sponsored by. This concludes today's coverage of NCAA Division II basketball featuring the Shepherd University Rams and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Our coverage was brought to us thanks to Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mountaineer Pub, the Neon Moon Tavern, Orsini's Home Store, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center. This has been a WRNR and TV10 broadcast. All